What's up, guys? This is Hatsmane. I'm coming to you with an updated deck profile today, and today I will be showing you my updated Gadget deck profile. I love this deck. I love rank 4 spam. I'm sorry, I'm basic, but the deck just does what I like things to do. So, yeah, let's just get into it. I'll explain some of my choices. The deck actually got some really decent support with the Ancient Gear structure deck, believe it or not. So we will just explain things as we go. We're playing 3 gold and 3 silver, of course. These are the new guys. You should be playing 3. They're tin goldfish, but on crack for gadgets. If they get destroyed, then you get to special summon a gadget monster from your deck. So you either get a search or a summon, which is pretty cool. So they float, and they special summon a machine monster from hand, which is always good. Next is the new guy, 3 Ancient Gear Gadget. Now, at first glance, you're thinking, oh, okay, this is an Ancient Gear card. Why is this in the Gadget deck? Well, the card is actually really damn good in Gadgets, and I don't think people really understand how it's better in this deck than it is in Ancient Gear, in my opinion. So basically, it does 2 things. One, when it's summoned, you get to declare either a monster, spell, or trap, and when you declare an attack that turn, your monsters are not affected by those effects, or they just can't be activated point blank. And if you summon multiples, you get to activate that effect more than once per turn. There is no hard once per turn on this effect, so that's pretty decent. The other effect is probably the more important one, though. Basically, when you, once per turn, you can declare any gadget card name, so that's including gold and silver, as well as your normal 3, yellow, red, and green, and it becomes that card's name. And the reason why that works so well is because it has 500 attack, and that means it's a machine dupe target. So, this is just, it just works really well and ends up being in like +4s or 5s. So, I'll show that combo once we're there. So, for the regular gadgets, we're playing 2 yellow, 2 red, and 2 green. Of course, this is standard. If you play different ratios than that, you have to give me a pretty good reason why. You really shouldn't be playing a different ratio. This is just perfect. 10 Ancient Gear, not 10, 2 Ancient Gear Wyvern. This searches out Ancient Gear Gadget, which is why he's here. He's also a pretty big beater. The one drawback is that when you activate his effect to search, you cannot set, which is really unfortunate. Set spells or traps, which sucks. But he also has an Armades effect, so that's not all bad. You only play 2 of them just because you don't always want to see him, and he's purely here to search out Ancient Gear Gadget, which is, in my opinion, one of the best cards in the deck. So, moving on, we're playing 3 tin goldfish. Why we're playing this is because 1, it gets more monsters on board, 2, it's a water, and it's a machine for 3. It's searchable by Gear Gigant, and it's a water, so you can get a Bahamut Shark with Norden, or if you have 2 of these for whatever reason, so it's not as dead. Next, we're playing 2 Monk. We're playing a decent amount of spells. Monk's just really good at getting key cards out of the deck as quickly as possible. Okay, next is the combo piece, 3 machine dupe for the spells. Starting things off, this is like what's it called? Ancient Gear Gadget is probably one of the best monsters in the deck. This card is the best spell on the deck, by far. And if you know, like, how powerful machine dupe is, I don't really need to explain this. For the people that don't know how well this would work in the deck, basically, if you open up 1 or 2, you're in a pretty good spot. Basically, and you need to open either an Ancient Gear Gadget or a way to get to Ancient Gear Gadget. And the key way, like, is usually like Summoner Monk or something like that. But basically, if you open up 1 machine dupe and 1 Ancient Gear Gadget, you normal summon the gadget. Declare the spell, trap, monster, whatever. That's not really important. You want to get the effect off to declare a name. So in this case, I would, if you only have 1 machine dupe, you would declare any normal gadget. So in this case, let's go with green, I believe. Yes, let's go with green. And you'll call green, activate machine dupe, targeting Ancient Gear Gadget, special summon out 2 green gadgets, and then you'll add 2 red gadgets to your hand based off their effects. And in that case, you have 3 cards for fodder, which is really good. Unfortunately, that might be bad, but I do play Evil Swarm or Ouroboros. You can also play other exceeds monsters that use 3 materials, so this is a very easy way to turbo that out. But regardless, machine dupe with 1 machine dupe and 1 ancient gear gadget. You're basically plussing 3, excuse me, not 4, but you're plussing 3. If this were to stay on the field, you would plus 4, but, yeah. But, anyway, and then on to the other combo. If you open up 2 machine dupe and 1 ancient gear gadget, what you do is you summon ancient gear gadget, activate the first machine dupe. You do not call a name for it. You instead summon 2 ancient gear gadgets from deck. Activate the second machine dupe, after you declare. So for this one, you're going to declare one of them. For this is like, it's more, I'm making this sound more complicated than it should, but you declare one of them. In this case, I would just declare green gadget again, and you would then target that one with machine dupe, special summon out your other 2 green gadgets, get the search, and then you have 5 monsters on board. And then on top of that, with these 3, you can then declare your opponent cannot activate any cards whenever your monsters attacks, which is actually pretty decent. So you have 5 cards for material, and if you have a double summon in your hand, which I do play in this deck, you get to normal summon again. So this is just a really, really good combo to get you a lot of pluses. Next, for the spells, 3 instant fusion. It's just a good card. You need 3, and if you draw into 1 after you've already used it, you can still, like, if you can reach. I play Emerald, and you can send Norden back to into the extra deck. Excuse me, I cannot talk for my life today. Or you can use it for Summoner Monk fodder. 3 double summon. Sorry for the fact that these are from different packs. It looks ugly, I know, but these are actually really important in the case that you open up multiple gadgets, so that you don't have to waste a turn, basically. It keeps things from being dead, and it's actually really good at comboing off as well. 2 Twin Toasters. This back row is a pain in the ass. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Raigeki, because clearing boards is really nice. And then 4 trap cards are playing at 3, Call the Haunted. You only need this. You can play Oasis if you want. I don't really recommend it. You really only need 3 Call the Haunted. So, yeah. And then 2 Solemn Strike, because Strike is good. Just see this pile over here. Sorry about that. Next, 1 Norden. Yeah, instant fusion target. He's the best one. Also goes into Toad. 2 Gear Dragon X. You really don't need the 3rd. There are some cases in which I feel like I do, but it really, like 1% of the time it comes up. 1 Heavy Armored Train Iron Wolf. This is essentially your cowboy, but it's better. 1 Bahamut Shark and 1 Toad, because it's really powerful. 1 Dweller, 1 Karen Gorgon, 1 Castell, 1 Emerald, 1 Diamond Dyer, 1 Giant Hand, because it's like, without playing like Trap Hole card, this is probably one of the better first turn plays you can probably make. And then Utopias, and finally, what probably my favorite card to make in this deck is Ouroboros. You go into them and you can make your opponent nick 1. So it's nice. Especially in first turn. If you can make it first turn, like, go into it for sure. Especially if you get the machine dupe combo off. So, with that, everyone, that is it for this deck profile. Thank you guys for watching. And, as always, guys, have a nice day. Woo, messy.